Hi everybody, welcome to math again. We are going to start math by counting by threes. Ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. Had to think there for a second. All right, good job. And fours. Fours are a little bit harder for me, so bear with me. Okay, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 42, 48. 4 times 12 is 48. And we will be doing 4 multiplication before the end of the year, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. We'll see if we get to it. Okay, I also want to review Roman numerals, and I had my Roman numeral cards. There they are. I'll be right back. Okay, found them. Hopefully they're not upside down. Roman numerals will be on your test tomorrow if you, hopefully you're not sneaking and looking at it ahead of time. So I am going to do these not in order, okay? All right, so hopefully you can say them out loud or in your head while I show you the card. Ready? That's 4. Remember, if the 1 is before the V, that's 4, okay? 3, that was easy. 1, you remember this one? That's 50, L is 50. 8, 2, 10, 7, 5. I before X is 9. How about this one? Do you remember that? That's 500. And this one, that's 100. How about this one? 1,000. And my last one is 6. All right, good job. We're going to learn something new today, and you will need this for your math sheet that you are working on today. You are working on your math sheet 324, and it's a bunch of clocks. And some of us really struggle with clocks. So if you need help with this, make sure you grab a mom and dad or brother and sister or somebody that can help you, because I can only do so much over the video. And since we only have about a week of school left, I will try my best to help you, because this is gonna be on a test, your last math test. So we will definitely be reviewing, but if you're struggling really, really bad, please ask a family member to help you with this. Okay, if you notice on these clocks on page 324, we are telling time down to the minute. Okay, we've done hours, telling time to the hour. And I'm going to get my clock here. We first started telling time to the hour, that's 1 o'clock. We've done telling time to the half hour, that's 1:30. And then we did, can't reach it, quarter after 1, telling time every 15 minutes. That's 1:15 or quarter after 1. And we also did 1:45 or quarter till 2. Okay? And then after that, we learned to tell time every 5 minutes. So now I'm at 2 o'clock. Each of these big black numbers represents 5 minutes on the clock. Remember? So this is 2:05, 2:10, 2:15, 2:20, 2:25, 2:30, 2:35, 2:40, 2:45, 2:50, 2:55, and 2:60, right? No, you don't say 2:60. When it's at the top, you say o'clock or 00, okay? So now we went a whole way around the clock. It's a new hour. Now it's 3 o'clock, okay? We're gonna learn to go over, and some of you may already know this, how to tell time down to the minute. If you see these tiny little blue notches on my clock, that represents each minute, okay? But before I show you that on the clock, I want to show you that you guys have already been counting kind of to the minute without realizing it. Remember when you guys were all here and we used to do tally marks for row contests and stuff? Let me make it so you can see it. So, if I went like that and made a cross, going across diagonal, that represents the number 5. And then, every time I would add 1, I would just put 1 more. So this is easy to count, right? Because we just go 5, and then we go 6, 7. Okay, so how about if I added another 5? Okay, so I go 5, 10, count 1 more is 11, and another one is 12. Okay, telling time to the minute is just like counting tally marks, because the numbers on the clock are grouped every 5 minutes, just like tally marks are grouped every 5 lines. So you can count them in chunks, 5, 10, and then start counting single digits. The clock is the same way, okay? So let's get back up to 3 o'clock now. So if I'm gonna get this real close. If I have my minute hand right there, got an itch, I don't have to count each little blue notch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 3:07. I don't have to do that because I already know that each of these big black numbers represents 5 minutes. Okay? So I just go to the 1 and I go 5. And then I can count each little notch. Okay? On your paper, and usually on most clocks, there's tiny little lines, kind of like in a thermometer. They're tiny little lines you got to count. And on your ruler, the tiny little lines. Each of those tiny little lines represents 1 minute. Okay? So here I would go 5, and then count a notch, 6, count that notch, 7. 3:07. And I'm going to show you how to write that on the board because I feel like it's been a while since we've done clocks. So let me erase my tally marks. And I'm going to write 3:07 on the board. 3, 2 dots. Okay? Some of you have been writing your 2 dots when we're doing with money. There's only 1 dot with money, 2 dots with time. Okay? Then 07. Remember, there is always 2 numbers with minutes, okay? Always 2 numbers. Even if you only have one digit, which is 7, is one digit, right? You got to put the 0 there to hold that place, okay? 307. If I wrote this, that would be wrong. That looks like you're writing a verse from the Bible or something. That's wrong. That doesn't tell me anything. It confuses me, actually, because there isn't even 70 minutes on a clock. So I would have no idea what that said. So when you write 307, don't forget your 0. Okay, so this is wrong. All right, I'm going to give you another one. Let's see. Make it a little bit harder. Okay, here we go. Now, let me stand on this side. It's easier for me to hold the clock. Now, we're going to find out the new time. Okay, so I don't have to count each of these little notches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to count by 5s. All right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm going to stop there because if I went to the 9, 45, I went too far. 40, and then I'm going to count the little notches. 41, 42, 43. Now, is it 343 or is it 443? Which one do you think it is? If you said 343, you were right. Because look, if I keep going with the minute hand, now it's the 4 o'clock hour. Okay? So when it was back down here, it was still the 3 o'clock hour. It's very, very, very close to the 4, but it's not quite on the 4 yet. So it's 3:43. And I'm going to go ahead and write that on the board too. So 3:43. Okay? Let's do one more, and then I'm going to have you do your math page by yourself. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. I want you to figure it out in your head first. Can you see it, the whole thing? There. And then we'll go over the answer. Okay. Doon, 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 doon. All right, did you get the answer? If you got 523, you are correct. Yay, jump up and down. Give yourself a pat on the back. All right, so let's go over this together. All right, so I'm looking at my hour hand, and I see it's in between the 5 and the 6. So I know it's still the 5 o'clock hour. I'm having trouble getting this straight in the camera. Okay, it's still the 5 o'clock hour, okay? Now we're gonna do the minutes. That's the tricky part. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I'm gonna count each little notch. 21, 22, and the minute hand is on that third notch. 23. It's 5:23. Excuse me. So hopefully that's not too hard for you guys. I want you to go ahead, if you haven't gotten it out yet, go ahead and get your math page 324. And it looks like a lot of clocks, but I know you guys can do it. You are writing down the time. Make sure you write down your time like this or like this with the 2 dots, okay? And then down here, you are actually writing the hands on the clock, okay? Make sure you do this in pencil and put your name on the other side, okay? And I hope you do well with it, and I will see you tomorrow for the math test. Bye.